From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN Noon News.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us on the Noon News on this Monday. I'm Andrea Lutz. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we are honoring survivors. We've got a story just for that in a minute, but first. There's a new indication COVID-19 will be a seasonal illness like the flu. Here's today's leading look. Well, a new study found strong evidence the virus could be seasonal. Our President Joe Biden met with Joe Manchin and Chuck Schumer to discuss an impasse in the spending plan. Manchin wants to reduce that price tag, and he's also raising strong objections to the clean energy policies. And Hardin Schools is canceled today due to a threat. Right now, the plan is to resume classes, though, tomorrow. And that's today's leading look.
A Pacific wave of moisture brings our first change in the weather, and then wind comes in right behind it. Showers have been mainly over into the western portion of the state, but that will shift out of the mountains of southwest Montana across especially southern Montana. You can see a band through central Montana as well. Overnight heading through tomorrow morning. That could be rather heavy at times, and it's going to bring enough snow for some slushy road conditions in the mountain foothills first thing tomorrow. Meantime, winds are a bigger concern in the eastern plains and those shaded areas for today. As we take it into tomorrow, those usually windy areas, the Rocky Mountain front will really start to gust, and strong gusts of 40 to 60 miles an hour across the plains by the time we get into Wednesday. Take a closer look at all of this in just a few minutes.
During Breast Cancer Awareness Month, there's growing support for women who believe flat is the new pink. MTN's Jill Valley shares one woman's story.
I probably cried every day for a year, and I loathed my body. I just, somewhere mentally, I could not get past the image of who I suddenly was.
What Diane felt after surviving breast cancer and a mastectomy is not uncommon. She just won a war. And it was one that changed her body. She already decided breast implants weren't for her. She didn't know she was one of millions of women making that same choice.
One day I saw a woman named Melanie, and she is part of a group called Flat Closure Now, and they're a nonprofit, and I've worked really hard on spreading flat as an option, a viable option.
Flat Closure Now and a host of other organizations talk about aesthetic flat closure. That's a surgical procedure to produce a smooth, flat chest wall contour for those who decide traditional reconstruction is not for them. Of course, it's a very personal choice. Breast cancer surgeon at Community Medical Center, Dr. Elizabeth Sue.
The breasts do not define you as a person. They don't define you as a woman. I think that there's levels of comfort for everyone to see scars, but I do think that just really being proactive about, be comfortable with who you are, move forward. And I can tell you, taking many women on this journey, they come in afraid, frail, don't know what to do, can't make decisions, and by the time they're through this, they are stronger than they've ever been.
There are lots of websites and resources offering information about this option, from Fabulously Flat, Fierce Flat Forward, and Flatties Unite. A network of support and education that can help a woman and her doctor make the best choice for her, no matter what that is. Oh, and coming soon, a one-breasted character on a very popular animated show that will likely move the conversation forward. Meantime, Diane has found support and just wants other women to know beauty comes from within.
Just want women to know all their options, that you're more than your breasts, that beauty is an inside job, that breasts do not define you as a woman, and I finally got there.
In Missoula, Jill Valley, MTN News.